Donald J. Trump has successfully subdued opposition from establishment Republicans, yet internal conflicts over immigration, tax policies, and foreign relations are now testing the party's unity. Historically, the Democrats have been known for their diverse coalition of interests, often labeled as being in disarray. Today, Trump's commanding win appears to usher in a similar era for Republicans. Even before his inauguration, cracks have surfaced within his broadened coalition. Trump and the GOP now face a challenge long familiar to Democrats: managing internal conflicts that arise in a party built on a bigger, more diverse tent. Recently, some Republicans in Congress have voiced their opposition to Trump's aggressive rhetoric on military action against Greenland. Lawmakers from agricultural states are wary of his proposed universal tariffs. Pro-life groups have criticized his appointment of a cabinet member supportive of abortion rights. At the same time, his close ties with tech moguls have alarmed conservatives concerned about perceived bias against Republicans and the impact of technology on children. Last week, debates over immigration policy came to the forefront when Stephen K. Bannon criticized Elon Musk, a top Trump advisor and tech industry giant, labeling him as a truly evil person. Bannon remarked that the key battles are taking place within their own ranks, where significant and challenging decisions are being made. Internal disagreements over power and policy aren't new to politics, but they stand out in the Trump-era Republican Party. Since Trump, a former Democrat with no strict ideological framework, seized control of the GOP in 2016, the main fault line has been between traditional Republicans and those aligned with Trump's vision. 8 years later, much of the old guard has been replaced or assimilated, leaving a party where nearly all members claim loyalty to Trump's movement, albeit with varied interpretations of its direction. Inauguration Day will illustrate the shifting dynamics in the GOP. Alongside Trump will be Vice President J.D. Vance, a vocal critic of the tech industry, as well as 4 tech executives who recently rallied behind Trump, pouring funds into his inauguration efforts. Throughout his political journey, Trump has prioritized the concerns of his voter base. His first term was largely about retaining support from his core demographic of white, working-class Americans. However, with a broader coalition that includes notable gains among Black, Latino, female, and younger voters, the challenge has grown more complex. While many of these new supporters back Trump's goals of lowering costs and addressing illegal immigration, their stance on conservative policies like ending birthright citizenship and banning abortion nationwide remains uncertain. Ralph Reed, a Republican strategist, noted that the new GOP coalition is the most racially diverse since 1956, presenting unique opportunities and challenges. Newt Gingrich highlighted 2 key policy debates that will test the party's ability to accommodate its evolving voter base: creating a pathway to citizenship for Dreamers, which carries risks of alienating moderates, and passing a tax bill by mid-year to bolster the economy and maintain a majority in Congress. Trump's narrow majority in the House and Senate means even small ideological splits could derail his legislative agenda. During his first term, his dominance over the party discouraged dissent, but it remains to be seen whether his grip will hold in his second term. Republican strategists acknowledge areas of broad agreement, such as extending Trump-era tax cuts and combating illegal immigration, but the specifics often create friction. For example, disagreements have already emerged over the H-1B visa program, with Trump initially suspending it but recently signaling a shift towards supporting it. The debt ceiling is another contentious issue, exposing divisions between Trump and fiscal conservatives who resist loosening spending constraints. Further disagreements surround tax policy, particularly on corporate tax rates, and whether tax cuts should be offset by spending reductions. Swing district lawmakers from blue states have threatened to block tax reforms unless the SALT deduction cap is significantly raised, a move opposed by many Republicans. Foreign policy adds another layer of complexity. Diverging views on ending the war in Ukraine and the role of Russia, particularly Trump's softer stance on Vladimir Putin, highlight fractures in the party's approach to international alliances. Despite these internal conflicts, strategist Brad Todd praised Trump's instinct for understanding the pulse of the GOP. "Trump isn't ideological," he said. He's pragmatic, focused on policies that resonate with people.